Once upon a time, folks, I'm Vince Charming.
That's...
Bringing you the latest from the land of fairy tales and foul play. As ever, 12 young jurors have been selected to hear this case. They have elected a foreman, Josh, who will speak on their behalf. Each jury member understands the importance of their task and will reach their decision guided only by what they see and hear in court. They will then deliver their verdict. Guilty or not guilty. Justice is in their hands. Here at the Storyville Courts of Justice, another famous fairy tale star will stand trial. Today, a sports stadium blown away, a wolf with a mighty puff, a trio of terrified pigs, and a stormy team turf war. Yes, it's the Three Little Pigs versus Big Bad Wolf. Ah, there's Gretel Starch QC, arguing the case for the prosecution. She's actually a big softie when you get to know her. Which I never will. And there's the defense, Robin Greenhood QC. He's as cool as an air-conditioned cucumber. Cool. So as the trial is about to begin, let's take a look at the story so far. Sport! Everyone's sport crazy. And around here, only one sport matters. Football! In the Enchanted League, two teams rule, the Storyville Pigs and the Storyville Wolves. Pigs against Wolves is Storyville's most bitter rivalry. More bitter than a bumper bag of lemons. Last season, it was the Pigs who triumphed. They were so successful, they even built themselves a brand new stadium! With the best new stadium in town, it looked like the Pigs would be champions forever. But then, disaster struck. The stadium mysteriously collapsed. The Three Little Pig brothers said it had been blown down. Sabotage. Soon there was only one suspect, Big Bad Wolf.
What do you think of Big Bad Wolf, Oinky?
Wolf wanted us out of the league.
Grunty?
Wolf had the long power.
So did Big Bad Wolf really blow down the Pig Stadium? Or is it all just hot air? Defense and prosecution are lined up for the kickoff of the trial.
All rise.
Refereeing the case is Judge Hatter. He's definitely two midfielders short of a team.
I am a tree. Please be seated.
Members of the jury, I am in charge, which is ridiculous. Today, you must try to forget everything you think you know about this fairy tale. Now, stand up and raise your right hands. Repeat after me. I swear to be a good jury.
I swear to be a good jury.
Turn around. Sit down. There you go. Little workout before we start. Proceed!
Before the trial starts, there's time to ask an expert in building construction what she thinks of the case. Wicked Witch, you built a house on just sweets?
It was sweets and biscuits. How many times? You know what? Forget about it!
The defense calls it its first witness.
Watch.
So, the Three Little Pig brothers, Oinky, Grunty, and Malcolm. As famous sports stars, I understand you're all paid handsomely. 500,000 coins, isn't it?
500,000 a year?
Nah, mate. A week.
But it doesn't stop there. You're also what they call a brand. There's Three Little Pigs sports drinks, Three Little Pigs perfumes, and even Three Little Pigs leisure wear. And your latest venture, Three Little Pigs Construction. The same company that built that magnificent new stadium of yours. On the cheap. Oh, yes. Instead of using strong materials like bricks, you greedy little pigs built it out of flimsy, cut-price twigs and straw. This was an accident waiting to happen. And now you're trying to blame Big Bad Wolf? No further questions, Your Honor.
Order! Chuck some over here. Thank you.
The defense has tried to make these three young men look greedy and disgusting, but that's just not true. Okay, they are a little disgusting. But greedy. It's true that they used twigs and straw to build that stadium. But that is because they are environmentally friendly.
We're much better than those wolves.
Yeah, look at him. He's so hairy, he's a fire hazard.
Members of the jury, that stadium was strong and sustainable until it was deliberately attacked by Big Bad Wolf. No further questions.
Was using straw and twigs green or mean? The jury will have to decide as they hear from the prosecution's first witness.
Hello, and what a stormy day it's been here so far.
Marion Mirror, Storyville's #1 weather presenter.
Miss Mirror, could you describe the weather conditions on the day the Pig Stadium collapsed?
I'm sorry. That's not how people normally ask me to tell the weather.
Do you really want me to say it? Mm-hmm. Fine. Marion Mirror on the wall, what's the weather for us all?
There was sunshine and clear skies from north to south.
So, was it windy or not?
If we look at wind speeds, we can see that Storyville was having a very calm night. Barely a breeze. Ideal weather for being rescued by a prince, fighting an evil ogre, or taking your pet dragon for a walk.
Ha! So, there was no meteorological reason why that stadium blew down. So it must have been Big Bad Wolf.
In summary, then, guilty.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Marion Mirror on the wall. That's true about the weather, but that's not all. You're right. There was no storm that night, but the weather was still to blame. Can you tell us about the rainfall in Storyville this year?
Ooh, it's been the wettest on record. We've had showers, drizzle, even showers and drizzle, or shizzle. It's been pouring so hard, I've worn out 6 umbrellas. Overall, a very soggy picture.
So you see, all those weeks of rain would have made the stadium's twiggy foundation soaking wet, causing a collapse. Big Bad Wolf didn't have anything to do with it.
Maybe his forecast is more sunny after all.
No further questions, Your Honor.
So if things brightened up for the wolf, could the rain be to blame? The prosecution is striking back with another witness.
Oh, hello.
Linda Troll, head of security at the Pig Stadium. A woman of few words.
Miss Troll. Of course, you had the whole building covered by CCTV. Quite. And that is how we have this CCTV footage recorded on the day of the crime. Someone is sneaking around that stadium just before it collapsed. If we enhance the image, we can clearly see that this trespasser is Big Bad Wolf. Ask yourself, jury, why would Mr. Wolf be there? Unless he was planning on huffing and puffing and blowing that stadium down. No further questions. No further questions.
Proof! Big Bad Wolf was at the scene of the crime. What will the defense have to say to that?
Linda. Such a lovely name. I guess you're a big fan of the pigs. But you're probably not very keen on the wolves.
Stay back, Timothy. You're nothing but a peanut to her.
You'd do anything to help your team, wouldn't you? Including lie. I spotted something strange on that CCTV footage. Now, we all know it's Big Bad Wolf, but it wasn't filmed on the day the stadium collapsed. Look closer, and we can see Christmas fixture list. The stadium blew down in July. So this CCTV was filmed months before. Someone changed the date to make it look like Big Bad was there at the same time. And I say this troll is lying to protect her favorite team.
Yes, the court will take an emergency toilet break. Me and Timothy first. Dive, dive, dive.
So will the jury think the CCTV will prove anything or nothing? Joining me for some mid-trial analysis is Sleeping Beauty. Now, Sleeping, you say you've known the pigs all your life. Would they tell Porky's? Next witness.
Oh, what a wonderful woman.
Well, what a marvellous day it is here. Weather just perfect. And both teams on really good form.
Colin Hare, once very fast on the track, still very fast on the mic.
Mr. Hare, you are a sporting legend. You once ran a marathon so fast, you ran around twice by mistake.
Greenhood off to a gentle start, but we know he's got more in the tank.
And now, you're a sports commentator. So, you get to see the pigs and the wolves up close, including their incredible final match last season. Can you tell us about that?
Well, Little Pig with the ball with a superb cross to Little Pig. Little Pig chips it on to Little Pig, and then Little Pig tries to slip it on to Little Pig, who's in space on the wing. But Wolf intercepts. He starts rocketing up the midfield. No one is going to stop him. He's got the goal on his side. Surely he's going to score. But oh no! He's down, and he looks like he's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Hare. The headlines read, Itch Invasion. Suddenly, he couldn't stop scratching.
Well, you have to say, Robin, at the end of the day, when all's said and done, there's only one thing that can cause that sort of itchiness. Piggy, chinny hairs.
Piggy what?
Oh, Your Honor, if I may demonstrate.
Yes, please do, Mr. Greensleeves.
Yes. Here we go.
Oh, that's very ticklish.
Fiendishly ticklish, as you can see. But how did the chinny chin chin hairs get down Big Bad's shirt?
Well, you have to say, Robin, we are talking sabotage.
Yes, the pigs are cheats. And this whole trial is just another attempt to get rid of their rivals so that they can win the league. Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor.
No, don't stop, man. Give it here.
No further questions, Your Honor.
Clarky, you're no fun at all.
Mr. Hare.
Second half underway. The prosecution have possession.
The simple fact is, the pigs can't have sabotaged Big Bad Wolf with their chinny hairs. Because Big Bad Wolf isn't ticklish. Wolf's body is so hairy, he wouldn't have felt a thing. He hasn't even realised that I dropped some fresh chinny hairs down his shirt this morning.
And a surprise move from Starch there. This looks promising for her. Oh, and you have to say that looks like a deliberate dive. Let's check the replay. There's the initial contact and recognition. The hands move up towards the chest to relieve what will be a world-class level of itchiness right now. The hands come out, imploring to the crowd with all the Latin fury that he's known for. He's appealing for a card to be shown. Not very sportsmanlike, but the confirmation's coming in from the assistant referee right now, and yes, it's a dive. Yes! Remarkable. They think it's all over, which of course it isn't.
The pigs never use their chinny hairs to cheat. This is all a deliberate attempt by Big Bad Wolf to distract us from the truth. No further questions.
Well, one question does remain, Gretel. Will Big Bad Wolf be shown a red card? Back to Vince.
Thank you, Colin. So the pigs aren't cheats, which puts Wolf deeper into trouble. Last in the witness stand, it's the accused, Big Bad Wolf.
You're known as the bad boy of Storyville sport.
Oh, no. Can you believe it?
But you do have a big puff.
Big, try, ginormous. Like, there was this one time on my 5th birthday.
Oh, Big Bad.
Sorry, Mum. And then, on my 10th birthday.
Oh, Big Bad.
Sorry, Gran. 15th. You all right, Dad?
Yes, members of the jury, Big Bad does have a gale force puff, but not at the time of this crime. Can the court hear Exhibit V, the voicemail left by Big Bad to his mom?
Please, Mr. Greenlight, you're frightening Timothy.
Sorry, Your Honor. I know that was deeply distressing to hear, but just a day before the crime, Big Bad was so sick, he could barely speak.
He's right, you know. I was totes bunged up.
No further questions, Your Honor.
What a blow for the prosecution. Gretel has one last chance to cross-examine.
Mr. Wolf.
Call me Big Bad.
I'm very sorry to hear that you were unwell, Mr. Wolf. But it proves nothing. Because that wasn't a cold. That was hay fever. Blocked nose, wheezing. These are all symptoms of an allergic reaction to plants and grass.
No, I was sick.
The day before the crime, you were training down at Chapter Creek, where the pollen count was very high. By the time you came back to Storyville, where the pollen count was low, your symptoms would have disappeared almost instantly. This cold is a smoke screen. Or rather, a snot screen.
Oh, come on. No, I just scanned that one. That was awful.
By the time of the crime, Big Bad Wolf was entirely able to blow that stadium down. No further questions.
That concludes the evidence.
So, could Wolf have blown that stadium down? Would Wolf have blown that stadium down? It's up to the jury to decide. Now let's go live for the summings up.
Members of the jury, look at the facts. A dodgy stadium built of straw and twigs. A suspect accused of criminal huffing and puffing when he was as sick as a dog. And some dodgy CCTV footage that was filmed 6 months before the crime. Big Bad Wolf is not guilty.
Members of the jury, I know you won't be fooled by the defense. A bit of rain is not enough to destroy that stadium. Big Bad Wolf is a known hairy faker. And his huff and his puff would have been at full power on the day of the crime. vote Big Bad Wolf guilty. Thank you.
Members of the jury, you have a difficult decision. Who do you believe? Who don't you believe? Who was just weird? Retire now and consider your verdict.
It's up to the jury now. They'll make their decision in secret. So what do you think?
So would you like to start discussing?
Well, I think Big Bad Wolf isn't guilty because I think the defence have very strong reasons for that, and also you can't hold a pitch up with straw in the rain. It's impossible.
She didn't say it rained in Storyville. She said across the whole nation, so you don't know if it's Storyville or not.
The lady said she didn't always get it right on the right day or something. I think the wolf is not guilty because he said he had a cold.
You know, my first day in law school, we learned a Latin phrase. A snotty nose proves innocence.
The wolf instantly started to itch himself, and everyone could see it was clear that he was acting.
Maybe he wasn't really acting. Maybe they did actually put his... But I was also thinking that was one of the reasons why he blew down the stairs.
Because he was angry at them putting the twigs in his ear. He had to have revenge, so he blew down the stadium.
Yeah, people will do a lot of things to protect their football team.
Yeah.
Well, it's very hard to have sympathy for very, very rich football stars, the Three Little Pigs and Big Bad Wolf. But, however, I think he proved in court he was actually lying.
You could have put the Christmas fixture list up in July to try and say that it was at Christmas when it actually wasn't. The wolf was there at the time. I think maybe someone just forgot to take down the poster.
Maybe the wolf didn't do it because he didn't seem guilty much. He didn't look that guilty.
So could we bring this to a vote, please? Okay.
Welcome back. As you can see, the jury have arrived, and we are moments away from a verdict.
Jury, in the case of Big Bad Wolf, have you reached a verdict?
Yes.
Do you find the defendant guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty.
Big Bad Wolf, you have been found not guilty. You are free to go. May all your endings be happy. Get down with yourself. Yes.
Well, Big Bad looks blown away by that news. Bad choice of words. He's innocent. Yes. Can I talk to my lawyer?
Look at that man.
Storyville court is adjourned.
All rise.
I thought that he was non-guilty because straw can't hold up a stadium and it might have rained in the night.
Mr. Greenhood, a tough trial?
Do I look like I had a tough trial? I mean, really, do I?
I thought he was guilty because he was suspicious on the CCTV and I think he blew the stadium down.
Miss Starch, would now be a good time to say, well, blow me down.
No!
Straw can't hold up the stadium.
Judge Hatter, do you have a few words?
Badger, candlestick, and tangy.
And I am a tree.
Well, there you have it. Did that verdict get you in a bit of a huff? Or was it just a fair wind? This is me, Vince Charming, saying, until next crime, ever after, folks.